Hey, it's Professor Grabowski. In my previous video, I explained decentralized finance, or DeFi. In this video, I want to introduce you to a couple of the cool uses for DeFi if you're a cryptocurrency trader. The first is decentralized exchanges, which are also called DEXs for short. Most crypto investors use centralized exchanges such as Coinbase or Binance. Those exchanges are run by a company that acts as an intermediary. Coinbase and Binance select which cryptocurrencies can be traded, and they help facilitate the trades on their exchange. Decentralized exchanges, in contrast, are not managed by a third party, and instead allow for peer-to-peer trades. The trades are facilitated by relying on automated smart contracts to execute trades without an intermediary. Some of the most popular decentralized exchanges are Uniswap, which sells altcoins on the Ethereum blockchain, and Panakeswap, which sells altcoins in the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. Yeah, their names and logos are a bit silly, but they're legitimate DEXs. Moreover, decentralized exchanges are a great place to find newly launched cryptocurrencies and hidden gems. By the time a cryptocurrency lists on a major centralized exchange, such as Coinbase, it's usually already a pretty established project. And while good gains can still be made, if you want to find the next 100 bagger, your best bet is to purchase it on a decentralized exchange. Many of the most valuable cryptocurrencies were first listed on decentralized exchanges. Yearn Finance, for example, initially cost perhaps $30 when it first listed on Uniswap in August 2020. By the time it got listed on Coinbase a month later, it was over $20,000. Sometimes it can take several months or even years before a cryptocurrency gets listed on a top centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance. Every cryptocurrency project dreams of getting listed on those exchanges because it's a sign they've made it. Those exchanges typically only list top projects, and they will generate huge sales for the coin and drive its price to a new all-time high. So when cryptocurrencies first launch and are relatively unknown, most of them will initially list on decentralized exchanges. And there are reasons for that. First, it's free to list cryptocurrencies on DEXs. Centralized exchanges sometimes charge up to $1 million or more to get listed. Second, it's easy to list on decentralized exchanges. There's no application. And third, before you can get listed on a top centralized exchange, you usually need to first show that there will be demand for your coin. And you do that by showing the trading volume you generated on a DEX. And as I said, you may also need to pay a listing fee, so selling your coins first on a DEX will help you raise the funds you need to do that. So if you're an investor, you can really strike gold sometimes if you invest in a cryptocurrency early before it hits major centralized exchanges. That's because most investors don't have access to cryptocurrencies until they get listed on Coinbase or Binance or whatever major exchange they use. One way to find out about newly launched cryptocurrencies is by visiting CoinGecko.com and looking under the recently added coins tab. The CoinGecko listing will also show you which exchange the cryptocurrency is trading on and provide a link to it. But you need to be very careful, because you can easily lose your shirt buying a new coin on a DEX. These decentralized exchanges are full of scams. Anyone can create a cryptocurrency and list it on these DEXs. These coins are not vetted at all. Remember, it's a decentralized exchange, so there's no intermediary looking over them. The only people involved in the trade are you and the party selling the cryptocurrency you're buying. Even though CoinGecko may list a cryptocurrency, they don't really vet those coins either. There are many coins listed on CoinGecko that have turned out to be scams. The nice thing about buying cryptocurrency from Coinbase or Gemini is that they spend a lot of time on researching and doing due diligence, and they very carefully vet cryptocurrencies before listing them. But with DEXs, it's possible for someone to create a cryptocurrency named Bitcoin or whatever and sell that. And they can code that cryptocurrency in a way that prevents you from trading it or selling it back. So you end up spending your Ethereum or stablecoins or whatever to buy this fraudulent coin, and you have no way to get your money back. And it's not always easy to decipher what's a legitimate cryptocurrency and what's a fake one. The scams have become very elaborate. On popular decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and Panakeswap, I'd estimate that many, if not most, of the coins sold there are scams. And even experienced veteran traders sometimes get fooled. In fact, many DEXs have pop-up warnings about this when you first launch their apps. It also takes some technical savvy to use a DEX. The centralized exchanges like Coinbase tend to be very user-friendly. But to use a DEX, you need to know how to transfer your cryptocurrency from a centralized exchange to a private wallet such as MetaMask or Kepler, and then interact with the DEX. Keep in mind that some websites such as PayPal that sell cryptocurrency won't even allow you to transfer it to a private wallet. Now, I'm not going to walk through step by step how to transfer your funds to a DEX because this class is intended for beginners. This isn't something you should try when you're just starting out. Using DEXs is for advanced users and requires high risk tolerance. But if you eventually decide you want to explore this aspect of DeFi, there are plenty of videos on YouTube that will show you how to set up MetaMask and trade on Uniswap or Panakeswap. Now, I realize this might make you a bit frustrated because you want to get in early on that next big coin. So as a compromise, I'd suggest looking at a centralized exchange like KuCoin. It's based in Singapore, but it's not as big or well known as Binance and Coinbase, and they allow Americans to sign up and trade. KuCoin also frequently lists coins early before other exchanges do, so those cryptos have the chance to make huge gains. KuCoin is known by expert traders as a centralized exchange to go to find hidden gems. To be clear, I'm not endorsing you use KuCoin, and even if you do use it, there's no guarantee the cryptocurrencies you buy on there will moon. I'm merely informing you of some of the other options out there. As always, you need to do your own research and assess the risk. Besides DEXs, another cool aspect of DeFi is the ability to make passive income. One of the common ways you can earn cryptocurrency is by depositing or staking your crypto assets onto a decentralized platform for a set period of time. And in exchange for letting them control your cryptocurrencies and do things like lend it out, you collect interest and rewards. For example, Anchor Protocol is a decentralized platform for borrowing and lending. If you deposit a stablecoin there known as US Terra or UST, you can earn a 20% interest rate on your cryptocurrency. That's a pretty phenomenal interest rate. These days, you're lucky if your bank gives you 1 or 2% on your savings account, and some banks may even charge you a fee for holding your money. But beware, there are risks associated with using these decentralized platforms. For one thing, they could be hacked, in which case your cryptocurrency is gone forever, never to be recovered. Traditional banks, on the other hand, are FDIC insured, so if they get robbed, you don't lose your money. Another issue with these DeFi apps and sites is that you have to lock up or stake your funds for a period of time. So if your cryptocurrency decreases in price, you could end up with less value than you put in. Keep in mind that even though stablecoins are pegged to the dollar, they can still lose their value. UST, for example, is an algorithmic stablecoin, which means it's not backed by actual dollars, but instead ties its value to a basket of crypto assets. So there's a real risk of depegging. As with DEXs, using these decentralized platforms for earning requires an advanced user who has technical savvy and a high tolerance for risk. I'm not going to run through how to use these platforms because there are many and they all have different user interfaces. But if you're curious and learning more about such opportunities, DeFiPulse.com is a good resource. The good news is that many centralized exchanges such as Coinbase and Gemini are starting to offer staking opportunities. While their interest rates are not as high as the decentralized platforms, you can at least make some money just by letting them lock up your crypto for a period of time. On a final note, if you engage in DeFi, you want to be mindful of the transaction fees. Anytime you trade on a DEX or use a DeFi app like Anchor Protocol, you're going to be charged transaction fees. In the Ethereum network, these fees are known as gas. While Ethereum has the biggest DeFi ecosystem at the moment, it charges exorbitant network fees. So if you only have $1,000 worth of cryptocurrency to play around with in DeFi, it's just not going to be worth it to use an Ethereum DEX or a DeFi application. However, networks like Solana, Cosmos, and Binance Smart Chain have very low fees and in some cases, zero fees. And they do have interesting DeFi opportunities. So that's probably a better option for you if you're just starting out in DeFi. Just remember, while DeFi has many exciting opportunities, it also carries a lot of risk. So do your own research before jumping in. Use it carefully and don't overexpose yourself. Well, those are my tips on using DeFi. This has been Professor Grabowski, and thanks for listening.